Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now guys. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. No issues whatsoever with the audio or the video, right guys? No issues. Okay, that's really great, guys. So, how was your day? Was your day good, great, amazing, not so good? Okay, what was the scenario, guys? How was your day? Good. Okay, amazing. Okay, what happened? Did you guys try to practice what we have done up to this point of time, guys? Let me just open that up. We're using Replit, right? Do you guys try to practice what we have done up to this point of time? See, if you haven't, you can be frank about it. It's not as if I'm going to be like, okay, you didn't practice it. I'm not going to give you guys the certificates. That is up to you. If you want to practice it, you can. If you don't want to practice it, that is up to you guys to figure it out. My job is to let you guys know that if you are not practicing it properly, at the end of the day, it is just you who is going to suffer, nobody else. Because when you are going to put this particular project up on your resume or something like that, questions are going to come your way. They're going to ask you questions. How did you do this? Okay, what is the meaning of this particular line of code? So what was your idea behind implementing it like this itself? So on and so forth. So you guys need to understand what you want to do. Okay. An Ajanta Arch 6.9 was my CGPA in my first year, not in my final year. That was my first year's CGPA itself. 6.9 in my first year, then I got a little bit serious. And so, fourth year, we don't have any CGPA. What we had was you do an internship, you get a CGPA on the basis of that. So, or you do a project. So, I got 10 CGPA in my final year itself. So, that was a very helpful thing because I got a good internship. And in the second year, in the I think the fourth semester as well, depending upon your internship, if you are able to get one and your company basically tells you to come and work for them, your college CGPA does not matter. So your CGPA is given according to your company. So whatever the company says. So that is why my CGPA improved till the last year itself. But when you're applying for internship in the second year, you only have your first year CGPA to apply for in the companies because you haven't completed your college. So in the second year, my CGPA was just my first year CGPA, that was 6.9. Okay. So and then when I applied for the 6 months internship, only my first year and second year CGPA were counted, and that was somewhere around 7.2 or something like that total. And in my final year, yes, the CGPA increased, but then it does not matter at that point of time. You don't show your final year CGPA while applying to placements. You only show till your first, second, and third year itself. That's it. If you are unplaced after your fourth year, that means that you're going to remain unplaced unless you are actually doing a lot of different things itself. Okay, so yeah, what's a good CGPA score? So if you are from a very good college, okay, you have good placements in your college itself, in that case any CGPA above 8 is really very good. If you're not from a very good college, you don't have placements in your college itself, then no matter what your CGPA is, it does not matter because then your CGPA has no value in getting you placed in off campus placements. So you have to believe in that. Yeah, toppers are fools. So my college, the highest CGPA in my college was 10. He got a placement of 6 lakh rupees per annum. My CGPA when I was applying to companies for, so luckily for Google I didn't had to apply. I had a very good profile and recruiter reached out to me. But during my 6 months internship when I started applying, my CGPA was 7.4 or something like that. So at that particular point of time, it does not matter because in off-campus placements, companies don't give a fuck about your CGPA at the end of the day. Okay. my CGPA is reducing each sem. Now that is a very big red flag, because according to me, what I've seen is in first year people get very low CGPA and then it gradually improves a little bit. Not a lot. Like for me, it was not a lot, but yeah, a little bit it starts increasing. Okay. Singing world, I have. You will be starting to get the calls from tomorrow onwards itself, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay. Okay. So. I think so. That is all the questions that has been asked to me up to this point of time. So let me just share my screen with you guys. My voice is still not great. Today I had an extremely bad day, a very bad day. This was one of the worst days. Like even when I was ill, I had great days than today. So I'm really very pissed off for today's like day itself. I hate today's day. I would have preferred not to have today's day in my mind itself. When will the certificates come? So the certificates for the bootcamp will be released, I think so, within the next 4 to 5 days itself at the max. But it takes us time to check up on your attendance and all the other things that are involved right over there. So it will take some time. So why was my day bad? So first of all, I am planning to shift right now. So the place that I'm currently living at, I'm planning to shift to another location in Bangalore. So I had seen a very great home with an amazing balcony, and like everything was done. I went to pay the deposit today, and they were like, "Ki, the owner is telling dogs are not allowed." I was like, hey, fuck, you could have told me this 15 days ago. Like, I've waited for 15 days for you guys, and this is what you guys are currently doing. So I was really pissed by that. And so that was one of the things that I really hate. I love my dog, and I treat her extremely well as well. Like, she eats better food than me on some of the days. So, and secondly, I forgot to eat my lunch today. So that is also something that I'm really very pissed right now. How much is the rent of the new place? It's very high. Like I'm spending quite a while like on the rent itself. My parents are not that happy that I'm spending so much on the rent. They are saying you could have saved some money, and you could have bought a house itself at a later point of time after a year. I'm like, fuck it, man. I need to live in a good home. Like when you enter into the home, you should feel nice about yourself, right? So let's see what happens now. Now I'm really very pissed for today. Like I have not eaten anything since the morning itself. So that is also something that I'm really pissed about. I hate days when I have not eaten something well. Okay, so let's start with our today's class itself, guys. Now, today's class is going to be very simple. We are going to try to implement this entire thing, okay, this slider that we want to be automatically like slided away using JavaScript itself. Now, there are going to be a lot of new things that we are going to learn about in today's class. So, I hope so that you guys are going to be ready for the same itself. Will that be fine, guys? Please let me know. Will that be fine, guys? Please let me know. आज लास्ट डे है क्लास का गाइस. देखो तुम बोलोगे मैं अभी क्लास बंद कर दूंगा, अभी 5 सेकंड के अंदर हो गया बूट कैंप ओवर. I don't really care about it. I want you guys to complete the project. I want you guys to build the entire page. Now it is going to take us some time. If I want, I can just say that yahi project hai, done, balle balle, go home. Okay, I don't really care about it. What will happen? I'm not going to put this project on my resume at the end of the day. You guys are going to do that. So you have to decide whether you want to learn or whether you want to just like बकचोदी करना है तो कर लो भाई, मेरे को क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है. Okay, so let's get started with today's class, guys. This is going to be a little bit different from what we have done up till this point of time. Okay, and it might take us some time to complete it. So let's get started with that. So let me open up HTML. Okay, and what we're going to do is just like what we have done right over here. We have linked our style sheet, as you are able to see, right? We have linked our style sheet right over here. So can somebody let me know what does this line of code do for us? Can somebody let me know what does this line of code do for us, guys? So I take it on behalf of myself, not from on behalf of DevTown. That is my experience. Why will I count it in DevTown itself? It links the CSS file because only the HTML file is read by our particular website. Okay. So in the same way, we want to link a JavaScript file as well. Now the JavaScript file is usually named as script.js, but you can name it as anything. Right now, as you are able to see, script.js is completely empty for us. This is where we are going to put our JavaScript code, guys. But for right now, it is completely empty, and we have to link our script.js file to our HTML file. Now, our CSS is basically put inside of the head of our website, guys. Okay, our CSS file is put inside of the head of our website, but the JavaScript file is usually put at the bottom of our website, guys. At the bottom of our body tag, like right over here, just before the closing of your body tag itself, this is where you actually attach your script, JavaScript file itself, guys. Okay, so to do that, it is actually pretty simple. You just write script script. Okay, that is how you actually do it. And you mention right over here the source src, that is /script.js, and you have linked your JavaScript file to your HTML file itself. It is as simple as that. It is as simple as that. So just like we have linked our CSS file, we attach our JavaScript script right over here. So this is by using the script tag. If you want to add your JavaScript in the same file as your HTML tag, you can just remove this, guys, and you can just write your entire JavaScript code right over here in between this script tag. Opening and closing script tag, you can write your JavaScript right over here. So your JavaScript code will go in between this. Now we actually don't want that. Oh, it has actually done a lot right over here. It's almost right, but we don't have a requirement for that. So you can actually write your JavaScript code directly right over here, but we don't want that, guys. We want it to be written inside of the script.js file, because again, organized code, well written code, phalana dhimkana code is always a very good way of writing code. Okay, so just like we made our CSS in separate file, JavaScript will also be present in our separate file itself. So let's do that, guys, right now, and let's start writing our JavaScript code right over here. The first thing that we are going to learn about is, have you guys heard about variables? Not related to programming, guys. In your mathematics as well, have you guys heard about variables? In maths, have you guys heard about variables, guys, in mathematics? When you were children, you must have done these word problems, right? Ram has 2 apples. Okay, Shyam has 5 apples. How many apples are there with Ram and Shyam? So you used to write number of apples with Ram. So Ram is equals to 3. Number of apples with Shyam. Shyam is equals to 2. Total is equals to Ram plus Shyam is equals to 3 plus 2 is equals to 5. So here Ram and Shyam used to be variables for you. Right, Ram and Shyam used to be variables for you, which contained the value of 3 and 2 respectively inside of it. In programming as well, you need to use a lot of values at every single point of time, guys. Okay, you need to use a lot of different values at any particular point of time. So now that is a very big problem. Now again and again I have to write 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. And if I have to change it within my code, I have to go to every single location, find all these 3s and 2 and change it. Right, now that is a very big and tedious task itself. So in programming as well, this concept of variables is there, in which you create a variable and you assign a value to it, and instead of using that value again and again, you use that variable name. You use Ram and Shyam instead of writing 3 and 2 at any particular point of time. So it's just like your mathematics itself. Now I don't have to repeat myself in mathematics how do you use a variable, because that is a third standard thing itself, second standard, third standard topic. I don't want to be that guy, and I don't want you guys to be that guy as well. Okay, so now the problem with variables are that you can change it, right? Today Ram has 3 apples. Tomorrow Ram will have 2 apples. Day after tomorrow Ram will have 1 apple, and so on and so forth. So we have a value of a variable cannot be constant. So for example, what is the value of pi? What is the value of pi, guys? Please let me know. What is the value of pi, guys? Please let me know. 3.14, right? Can I say the value of pi is 5.14 from today? Can I say that the value of pi is 5.14 for today? No, right? The value of pi is fixed. No matter what happens in our code, the value of pi cannot change at any particular point of time, right? So now if I declare like var, so this is how you create a variable itself. You first declare that I'm creating a variable. So var, then the name of the variable, for example, ram is equals to 3. Okay, so variable now ram basically contains the value 3 inside of it. So I can do this and I can change it as well. But if I do var pi is equals to 3.14, I can change this. Pi is equals to pi plus 2. I can update the value of pi to like 5.14 or something like that. I can just add the value 2 to it. I can just write pi is equals to 5.54. This is also right. So this is a big problem. I shouldn't be able to change the value of pi itself, right? So there is something called as constant. Okay, you don't have to always declare like variables as variable itself. You can declare them as const. That is constant, C-O-N-S-T, const pi is equals to 3.14. Then you cannot do pi is equals to 5.14. You cannot change the value of pi anymore. You cannot change the value of pi. You cannot modify the value of pi at any particular point of time. Now it is a constant. Just like pi is a constant. You cannot change the value of pi at any particular point of time, right? So pi is a constant right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand the meaning of the term const or constant right over here? Again, this is same as mathematics. This is not related to programming. So I don't think so. This is something that it will take you a lot of time to understand because this is maths. This is not programming itself, guys. Okay. So one thing, if you guys remember, I told you guys, right? If you go to index.html, the first line of code that usually is written is doc type HTML. You guys remember this particular line of code? Doc type HTML, guys. You guys remember this? So inside of JavaScript, your index.html file is also referred to as document. Okay. Inside of JavaScript, your index.html file is also referred to as document, guys. That is the reason why we write it as doc type HTML. So instead of JavaScript, if you want to get access to your particular index.html file, we call as document itself. And you can use this particular term document to actually go inside the HTML file and get access to these particular tags itself so that you can manipulate it inside of JavaScript. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So inside of JavaScript, we want to get access to these particular tags. Only then we will be able to move our particular images and everything. If we are able to access it, if we are able to get our hands on, if JavaScript is able to access those particular tags, only then we will be able to manipulate it. So to access them, first of all, to access the particular index.html file itself, we have to use the term document. Okay. We have to use the term document right over there. And to, let's say that I want to get this access to the image. Okay. Where are the images? These are the images right over here. So it is under the particular class header slider, right? Under the class header slider. Under that it is under the UL tag. Inside of that there is the image tag. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. That is how I am able to access this particular image tag. Header slider class. Then inside of that you are having the UL tag. Inside of that you are having all the image tags itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Yes. So I'm going to create a const called as images, and I am going to use the document. Okay, I'm going to get access to the document itself, and I want to get access to all the particular image tags. I want to get access to all the particular image tags that exist under the header slider. So under the header slider, under the UL tag, all the different images that are present, I want to get access to those images, those tags itself, and I'm going to name them as images. I'm going to name them as constant images so that I'm able to use it at a later point of time. Is this project worth including resume, or is it useful for enhancing practice of web development? It is useful for enhancing the practice of web development. You guys are at the level of web development where you guys are basically producing a sound from your mouth. Like as a baby, right? A baby is able to produce a sound from your mouth itself, right? So once you complete this project in terms of web development, you are a baby and you have just said, ah, that's it. That's it. So you can speak. That is all that you have done with the project itself. You have to learn React.js. You have to build projects right over there. You have to learn backend development. You have to build the backend for projects itself, good quality projects. You have to learn cloud computing. You have to deploy those projects. You have to learn DevOps. You have to orchestrate those projects. And that is the quality project that you can do. Again, if you're doing a portfolio website or some shit like that, then again, that is also a zero value project itself at the end of the day. Okay. So document dot query selector all. I want to select all the particular tags. Okay, so query is again an English word. Okay, query is basically an English word that basically means a question itself. You are running a question right over there in which you want to select all the selectors. Right over here that are having the particular tag, or class or whatever the case is of .header header. Let me just copy paste the particular thing itself, otherwise I might make a mistake right over there. I don't want that. Header slider, Control C, and then the UL and then the image. So I just copy pasted it, guys, because I don't want to make any kind of mistakes right over there. UL and then the img image. So using and then semicolon. So it's just like in English you are having a full stop, right, to end an English sentence itself. So in a similar way, we are having a semicolon in JavaScript to end a programming sentence. Are we doing this JavaScript to add those buttons which we added yesterday? No, we are doing this to make it slidable. Like right now it is not slidable, right? If you go on the website, you have this fucking slider in which you have to slide through the entire image itself. You don't want that. You want to click on the button and it should slide the images, or after every few seconds it should just slide the image itself. That is what we want to do. I'll answer all these questions right over there that you guys are having related to projects and everything after the end of the class itself, guys, because let's first focus upon the project right over here. Then I will answer all these questions. Don't get ahead of yourselves. If you don't even know what is HTML, CSS, you are learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript right now. There's no point of talking about which projects we have to do in the middle of the class. First learn this. At the end of the class, we'll talk about all the other things. Okay. So let's continue from right over there itself. The next thing that we are going to do right now is that, okay, the camera isn't working. Okay, no issues in that, guys. It's fine. I'm not that pretty that you guys have to watch me. Okay, just focus upon the class itself. I think so the camera died. So it's fine. There's no issues in that, guys. Just focus upon what we are programming itself. Okay, even if you're not able to see me, I'm not that good looking that you guys want to see me. Okay, you are able to hear me properly. You are able to see the screen properly. That is all that you guys need to care about. So here we have selected the particular image tag. Okay. The next thing that we want to do is the previous and the next button, guys. We want to select those as well. So can somebody let me know how can I select the previous or the next button? Can somebody let me know what should be the code to select the previous or the next button, guys? Can somebody let me know? Think about it. Very simple, very easy. Think about it. How can I select the previous or the next button, guys? While you guys are answering that, I will just answer this particular question. That somebody has asked, Lavish has asked, but sir, it is not necessary to use semicolon, right? You may or may not use them. Definitely yes. If you are writing a very small piece of code itself in JavaScript, let's assume you're writing like somewhere around like 100 lines of code or 200 lines of code in JavaScript, you can ignore the particular semicolon. Your code will still work properly. But when you are creating a particular code that is very big, like 10,000, 20,000 or 1 lakh lines of code in JavaScript, which is usually the case in enterprise versions when you go into companies and you work for them, Semicolon you cannot miss at that point of time. It might lead you to errors that you are not able to resolve. So it is better to take up precautions rather than to find a cure. So my always suggestion is always put up a semicolon no matter what. Okay, query selector, get element by no document dot query selector, and then the particular CSS whatever is there, class name, control previous. Okay, so that is how we are going to do it. Very good guys, amazing. Same to same we are going to do it right over here as well. Const prev previous is equals to, sorry, there's a spelling mistake right over here, document dot query selector all, and then the name of the class that is there, dot what was the name of the class, previous, and similar to that we'll create it for the next as well. Control C, Control V, next next, and this also will change it to next next. I will just check whether I've written the right spelling. Yes, it's fine. So here we have created three particular constants that get us the access for the elements that are there on our website, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. No issues whatsoever, right guys? Okay, great guys, awesome. So is DSA plus C# .NET best for landing a job? Definitely yes, if you are living in 2021, sorry 2012. Okay, if you are living with us in the current generation of 2024, that is one of the shittiest decisions that you can take. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a function, guys. Now function is something that is definitely new for you guys. So you can think about a function as the div tag, right? What is the use of a div? No, div tag would be a very bad example. Okay. What would be a good example for explaining you guys a function? Okay, let's say that you are coming to my particular home for the very first time. Okay, you came to my home for the very first time, and you asked me that I'm feeling thirsty. Can you give me a glass of water? So what will I do? You are coming to my house for the very first time, right? So I'll tell you, yes, please get up from your seat. Walk 5 meters to your right itself, take a left for 2 meters to your front itself, then you will be able to see a door, enter through that. You'll be able to see a particular water machine itself, take up a glass, okay, put it inside the water machine, fill it up with water, and then come back through the exact same particular route itself. So the first time I'll explain you step by step exactly what you have to do, okay, what you have to do to get a glass of water. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. The first time when you are coming to my house, I will have to tell you exactly how you have to get to the kitchen, how you have to dig up the water, how you have to come back to your seat itself. Now, the next time when you're coming to my particular home, I don't have to tell you how to get a glass of water. You will just say, can I get a glass of water? I will say, okay. And you will just go and get a glass of water yourself. I don't have to tell you where is the bathroom or where is the particular like water tank itself or something like that. So in a similar manner itself, inside of programming, you might want to do something again and again and again. For example, in our case itself, that will be, we want to change the slide. Okay, the slide itself, we want to change it again and again and again. Every time we want to change the slide again and again and again, guys. So to do that right over there, we need a function. Instead of writing that code, like I want to change the slide, let's say 20 times. Okay. So I don't want to like write the same code 20 separate times itself, that okay, change this slide, change this slide, change this slide, change this slide, and so on and so forth. I don't want to do that. So what I'll do is I'll create a function. I'll create a function. So it is like a variable for code. It's like variable stores value, so you don't have to write the same value again and again and again. You can refer it to it by the variable name itself. In a similar manner, your functions are variable names for code. Instead of writing those lines of code again and again, you can just refer to them by their function name itself. Are you guys able to understand the basic understanding of functions, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand the basic functionality of functions, guys? Please do let me know. Yes? Okay. So, now that you guys are able to understand what is the use of a particular function, we'll just implement a simple function right over here just to make you guys understand a little bit more about functions itself. So let's say I want to create a function that is able to print hello world, okay, or is able to print hello world itself. So let me do one thing. Let me go right over here into the inspect. This is not something that you guys have to do. This is something so that you are able to understand functions itself. That is the reason why I'm doing this. So you can like just ignore it for right now. Okay, what I'm doing right over here. Okay, so right over here, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a function called as let's say greetings. Okay, so function. First I have to declare that I'm creating a function itself, just like I have to declare that I'm creating a variable. So var and then the name of the variable itself, so function, and then the name of the function, that is greeting, greeting. Usually a function name, you will keep the first letter as capital. There's no compulsion with that. You don't always have to keep it capital, but if you want to be called as a noob, okay, then do whatever you want to do. Otherwise, the usual particular thing is that always put up a particular capital letter in front of the variable name. Okay, but again, that is not compulsory. It is not going to give you any errors or something like that. So function greeting, then a parenthesis. I will explain what this parenthesis is for, so you don't have to worry about that. And then I will create a greeting message that is console. So I will just take in the particular input from the user itself first. So prompt prompt. What is your name? Question mark. Can somebody let me know what is the meaning of prompt in normal English? What is the meaning of prompt in normal English? I don't know JavaScript. I've never studied JavaScript. This is the first time that I'm looking at JavaScript itself. So can you guys let me know what is the meaning of prompt in normal English? What is the meaning of prompt in normal English, guys? I don't know anything about JavaScript, guys. I don't know. This is the first time that I'm learning about JavaScript. What is the meaning of prompt in normal English, guys? Again, you guys are just guessing. You guys are just guessing. Prompt is an English word. It is not related to like programming. It's not related to programming. It's an English word. This is a particular English word itself. For those students who are trying to go outside the country and study, जो English नहीं आता तो भाई वो छोड़ दो. Okay, let me give you guys a hint. I'm prompting my friend to speak up in front of his crush. I'm prompting my friend to answer the question that the teacher has asked. So I've used prompt in an English sentence itself. Are you still not able to understand what is the meaning of prompt in normal English? Prompt is basically to ask somebody to do something. I'm prompting him. Okay, I'm prompting him to do something. Okay, I'm prompting him to do something right over there. So here inside of JavaScript as well, prompt basically means you're prompting the user to give you an input. You are telling the user, you are asking the user what is your name. You are asking them something. You are asking for an input from the user itself. So that is what prompt means in JavaScript. It is very close to what it means in English as well. You are prompting the user to speak. You are prompting the user to give an input right over there, guys. Now that input, whatever the user has given, you need to save it somewhere. How are you going to use it? User gave his particular name as an input. Okay, Shaurya Rakesh Sinha. He gave the user, gave an input right over there, guys. Now how are you going to use it? You need to save it. Where are we going to save values, guys? Where are we going to save values? Where do we save values in JavaScript, guys? Please let me know. Where are you going to save values, guys? Please let me know in JavaScript. The user is giving you a value, that is his name. Where are you going to save it? Inside of variables, right? So you are going to save this inside of a variable itself. Var name is equals to prompt. What is your name? So we are, whatever input that the user is giving, we are going to save it inside of a variable called as name, guys. Okay. Now whatever, so there are various different data that exists inside of every single programming language. Data exists all around you, right? Sometimes there is letters, sometimes there are dates, sometimes there are numbers, sometimes it is like a true or false value, or so on and so forth, right? So different values that exist all around you. And these values can be categorized into data types, guys. Okay, they can be categorized into data types. So let's try to understand this. In every single programming language, you guys might be studying C or C++ or Java or JavaScript or Python. Every programming language is different. It is not the same. If all of these were the same itself, then you wouldn't have to care about it. You could have been like, यार ये सब तो same ही है भाई, chill करो, okay? कोई tension ही नहीं है, पढ़ने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं. You don't even have to study other programming language if they were same. So every programming language is different. It is not necessary that what one programming language, what you are learning in one programming language, it is going to be the same in every single programming language. But every programming language has categorized these data into various different types. Okay, so because different type of data is there, so they have given category to different kinds of data itself. Now these are what we call as data types. Okay, different types of data. In every single programming language, these data types are different. So if you have studied one programming language, don't say that, oh, sir, JavaScript mein aisa hoga. No. Every programming language has different categories of data inside of it. In JavaScript, for example, these text type of data, guys. Okay. In this text type of data, this is called as string data set itself. This is called as string data set. So, or data type, sorry, not data set, string data type itself. Then for example, if you are having some negative numbers, negative integers, positive integers, negative decimal numbers, positive decimal numbers, all these numbers are categorized as just numbers inside of JavaScript. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. This is called as a string itself. Another data type is basically numbers, that is your any kind of negative integers, positive integers, decimal number, okay, negative decimal number, positive decimal number, 0, all this we call it as numbers. That is the data type. Now the particular answer that you're getting from this prompt, the input of the user, that is his name, right? So that will always be a string. That will always be a string itself. Okay, so right over here what we are going to do right now is that so the name of the user is coming as a string. We want to showcase him a particular message, okay, saying that, hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown. Okay, hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown. That is what we want to do. I can't able to select the assets folder into Replit. Dude, if you are not able to upload a folder that you cannot download and upload a folder, then I think so IT is not for you. Being very clear with it. It is not for you, Anthony. IT is not for you. You just need to download the assets folder from the description. You have to just upload it into Replit. It's just like 2 buttons that you have to click. I don't think so IT is for you then. Okay, so right over here guys, what we want to do is that, so to showcase this particular message, we have to use alert. Okay, Now, what is the meaning of alert in normal English, guys? What is the meaning of alert in normal English? Can somebody let me know? What is the meaning of the term alert in normal English, guys? Can somebody let me know? Alert in normal English. Cautious, okay. What else, guys? What else? Warning, right? To warn somebody, to be aware, okay. So in a simple thing itself, it is like to warn somebody, to alert somebody at the end of the day, right? So alert basically creates a pop-up message on your website. Alert will basically create a pop-up message on your website. Whatever you will put in between these parentheses, whatever message you will put in between these parentheses, that will be showcased on your website itself, guys. For example, if I put hi, Shaurya, welcome to DevTown, okay. If I put this message right over here, guys, this message will be showcased to us as a pop-up message on our website. Now, we don't want this to be static, right? We want this alert to showcase the name that the user has input to us. The name that user has given to us, we want to showcase that on our website. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? We want to showcase the message to the user with the name that the user has provided to us. Right? So what we're going to do right over here is that we're going to use something called as concatenation. If you do 3 plus 4, okay, in JavaScript, let's do that. If you do 3 plus 4, the answer is 7. You do 3.1 plus 2, the answer is 5.1. So any kind of addition that you do on numbers, you get a number as the answer. But what about strings? If I try to add two strings together, what will happen? If I try to add Shaurya and Sinha, will I get 15 as my answer? But try to add Shaurya as one string and Sinha as the other string. Will I get 15 as the answer? No. What I will get is Shaurya Sinha right over there, guys. What I will get as my answer is Shaurya Sinha. So let's try that. So Shaurya plus Sinha. So as you are able to see, I get one string right over here as my answer called as Shaurya Sinha. This is called as concatenation. This is called as concatenation, guys. Basically, it attaches two strings together to form a single string. Guys. I can concatenate as many number of strings as possible. For example, Shaurya plus I'll concatenate a space as well and then Sinha. So here I'm concatenating 3 different strings to form one particular string itself. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. So this is called as concatenation, guys. So if I go back to my sources and this variable that is name, right? This variable name that we have created right over here, that is also a string because it contains a string inside of it. Variable name that we have created, what does it contain? It contains the string that is the input of the user itself. That is also a string at the end of the day. It is not new. It is not as if, oh, variable is something different. Variable is nothing but whatever data that it contains. It is just a nickname for that data. It is just a nickname for that data itself. So what I'm doing right over here is I'm concatenating hi, then the name of the user, okay, and then welcome to DevTown. So if I save this, if I try to run my code itself, so to run the code, I have just to click on this particular play button. Nothing is happening. I'm not getting any kind of prompt. I'm not getting any kind of alert. What is happening right over here? So let me introduce you guys to one of the particular people that I'm currently watching. So I've started watching a new anime itself. So let me introduce you guys to that. Gon Freezes. So this is Gon, guys. He is an excellent particular person from the anime that is your Hunter x Hunter. Amazing character itself, guys. He's very friendly, very helpful. He loves his friends itself. He'll do anything for them. And he's trying to find his father. So if you are his friend and if you call him for help, he will definitely come and help you guys right over there. So his special characteristics is basically like to be able to use Nen. That is a kind of thing, but he can like help you guys out. He's very powerful. he can move like somewhere around like 5 tons using his bare hands itself. That is the kind of power that he's having. So now let's assume I told you guys everything about him. Okay, I told you guys what he can do for you, how he can save you from like villains or something like that, how powerful he is, his like favorite move or some shit like that. I told you guys everything about him itself. But this is just some information that I've given you guys right over there. This is just some information that I told you guys right over there. If you're really stuck somewhere, let's assume that there's a villain that has come to attack you and you need some help. You need somebody to come there and help you out right over there, guys. So what you will do, you will have to call this particular person up. You have Anthony, there is a particular provision inside of Replit to upload an entire folder. What you're selecting is to upload a file. There are multiple things that you can select. So there's an upload folder. So in that, just select the entire folder of assets and just upload it. Okay, you are doing it wrong. Please use your brain while doing all these things. Even if you're not familiar with the platform, I've done it in the class. You can just refer back to the video itself. You can see which particular button I have clicked and you can do it from right over there. Okay, so like I said, guys, you will have to call him up. Only then he will be able to come and help you guys out in a simple manner, in the exact same manner as well. Here what we have done is we have created the greeting function. I've told JavaScript what this greeting function can do for them. What this particular greeting function can do for them itself. But to be able to actually use the greeting function, I will have to call it. I will have to call it right over there, guys. To call a greeting function, it is very simple. greeting, greeting, and then parenthesis, and then semicolon. I save it. This is how you call a function. Okay, this is where you basically call the function. It's as simple as that, guys. It's as simple as that. So once I have called a particular function up, I can just click on this play button once again. As you're able to see, a pop-up is coming up on my screen. It is asking me the question, what is your name? I can just put down my name itself, Shaurya Sinha, and I'll press enter. And as you're able to see, I'm getting the alert as well. Hi Shaurya Sinha, welcome to DevTown. Hi Shaurya Sinha, welcome to DevTown itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Any questions related to functions? Anything that you were not able to understand in this? No doubts? Okay. So today, guys, I want you guys to go back. I want you guys to read a little bit more about functions itself, because functions are a very important thing and I want you guys to understand it a bit clearly itself. This is going to be day 8 because I have not taken up any attendance on day 7. Okay, and I'll be taking up your attendance right now. What about the arrow function? We are not going to use the arrow functions right now. Okay, but yeah, arrow functions are the latest format of functions itself. And it's pretty simple to convert it into an arrow function actually. If you want, I'll just teach you in our next class itself. The attendance link will be closed at exactly 9:10 itself. So please start filling up the attendance. What is the minimum requirement for finding a job? There is right now in the current market scenario of trying to find a minimum requirement for finding a job, then you will remain unplaced. Being very frank about it, you will remain unplaced itself. It's the last day of this course, right? For you, it is definitely. For the other students who want to learn, they can continue the course. But for you, definitely, it is the last day for you, just for you. Okay. What is the minimum requirement for finding a job? If you are finding like a minimum requirement, in the current market scenario, please try to understand it. You will remain unplaced. And there's nothing that you can do about it. There's nothing that you can do about it. You will remain unplaced itself. If you're the kind of person that is trying to find the minimum requirement, you will remain unplaced. Now, whatever questions or queries that you guys were having, those students were putting it up in the middle of the class. You guys can ask right now. I'll help you guys about it. So is this video recorded? I have to watch. Yes, you get the recorded class after the class itself. Okay. So again, guys, for those students who are having some questions in the middle of the class, I'll answer those questions right now. So what is certificate of appreciation? So basically, like I said, uh, the bootcamp is free of cost. We don't charge anything for the bootcamps itself. We ask you guys to share the information about the bootcamp with your college peers or on your WhatsApp groups. If you guys are able to do so, then we give you a certificate of appreciation from our end that we appreciate the help that you have given to us. What is the minimum requirement for finding a job? Like I said, there is right now the market is so tight that if you're trying to find a minimum requirement right over there, then you are not going to get any jobs. There's no minimum requirement itself. Brother, Nvidia CEO say AI is going to eat programmers' job. Definitely AI is going to eat programmers' job, especially those who are getting placed in TCS Infosys. These kind of programmers are going to be no longer needed. See, you need to understand 90% of the jobs that are there in the category, people think about like, oh, I'm going to learn programming, I'm going to get 20 lakh job itself. Go into your college and just see how many people are actually getting placed for 20 lakh placements. Very few. Most of the placements that you are getting in programming was like this 3 lakh rupees job, okay, 2 lakh rupees job, or even less than that itself. Companies underpay by a lot. You don't even know that. But I know it properly because I have seen the kind of placements that people get. These placements, these type of people are going to be no longer needed in the industry. These are shitty ass jobs. Nobody wants them. These are the kind of people that are not going to be needed. For actual people who are actual software engineers itself, who actually create softwares that you guys are using, for example, the Netflix software and all these kind of people, they are always going to be in demand no matter what. No AI can replace them at any particular point of time. No AI. I mean, I'm being very frank with that. So why data science or web development for CU students? See, when you're from a very good college, companies, you need to understand, for data science, companies hire only from good colleges itself. They don't hire people from 30 ass colleges. For them, they offer like 3 lakh rupees per annum package. In good colleges, they will offer a lot of money itself. That is the reason why for CU, I usually suggest students who are from CSE, go further with data science, you will get a good package right over there. I'm in my first year, should I do the internship? See, internship is something that no matter in which year you are from, you should always do it. Always. पार्ट टाइम भी मिल रहा है भाई, पार्ट टाइम कर लो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. एक्सपीरियंस बहुत काउंट करता है, आगे जाके प्लेसमेंट्स में बहुत हेल्प मिलता है. Which project should be added to our resume for web development? For example, I'll give you an example. A working clone of MailChimp. If you guys have ever used MailChimp, it's a SaaS platform, okay? A very good SaaS platform for like email marketing and all these kind of stuff. So if you are able to create a simple clone of MailChimp, it's a very good project to have, like wherein you are able to see, like you can send emails itself, it is monetized right over there. You can track which email landed, which email did not land. Okay, so these type of SaaS based projects are something that I will generally tell students to develop. These are the kind of projects that if you are putting up on your resume, you will definitely get internships and placements very easily. Okay. So can we get good package if we learn aptitude programming and latest technologies? No, you can't. You need to understand something. You guys are going wrong about it. It's not about what you are learning, but actually what is needed in the industry. See, you go and learn latest astrophysics stuff itself. Okay, you go and learn quantum computing. Can you get into IIT Bombay? No, right? For that you need to know like physics, chemistry, and maths. And that too from a particular syllabus, that too for a particular type, that too to solve particular type of questions. Then you get into IIT Bombay. After competing with the rest of the fellows, that in that too you have to get very good at it. In the exact same way for companies, like I've already told you guys, you need good quality projects. You need to be good at data structures and algorithms. If you are not able to learn data structures and algorithms well, no issues in that. Just make awesome projects in web development. You will get placements like that. What's the best way to learn JavaScript properly? Spend 7 to 8 days learning JavaScript. Then start working upon React.js. Learn the basics of React.js in like 10 days. Start working upon a project. That is the best way of learning JavaScript. There's no other way. You go with any course, you go with any particular video lecture, you will never be able to learn JavaScript properly. Never. This is the best way of learning JavaScript. What skills will be necessary for the internship? Which internship are you talking about? Could you become a web developer in 3 months? If you're learning it right, then it is more than enough time. 3 to 4 months is more than enough. Or the qualifications required to get internship? Again, that depends from the company that is hiring you. You can get an internship as a person who cleans tables as well. So it depends upon what you are applying for. Okay, so I'm from shit college. May I get placements from full stack skills? Definitely yes. So I'm doing BS in data science from IIT Madras, online degree, zero value, zero, no value in that. Okay, what I need to do to become full stack developer? See, I've already told you guys this. I don't want to repeat it, but okay, this is the last time I'm telling you guys this. Spend 7 to 8 days learning JavaScript. Okay, spend 7 days learning basics of HTML, CSS. Do not spend a lot of time in that. HTML के लिए तो भाई 2 दिन दो. 2 days for HTML, 5 days, 6 days for CSS. That's it. That is more than enough time. Okay, build one simple project like a portfolio project, good portfolio project right over there. Then go further with Tailwind CSS, Bootstrap CSS. So first learn Bootstrap CSS. Give like 6 days to Bootstrap. Give not 6 days, 5 days or 4 days to Bootstrap. That should be more than sufficient, including a project. Give 7 days to Tailwind CSS. That also is max. Okay, try to give like 5 days max to Tailwind CSS. Then go further with JavaScript. Give JavaScript like somewhere around 7 to 8 days at max. Then go further with React.js. Give it 10 days. Okay, 10 days. Learn as much React.js as possible. Build a small project itself. Then forget everything. Do not go with any project. Do not go with any course. Go to any website that you like. Any website. Go with MailChimp. Okay, you like this website. It looks good. It looks amazing. Good SaaS-based product itself. No issues. I'm going to take this particular page. I'm not going to use any course. I'm not going to use any video lectures. I'm just going to use this page, ChatGPT and Google. Only these 3 things. Only these 3 things, and I'm going to clone this particular website. I'm going to spend 1.5 months and I'm going to clone as many pages as possible of MailChimp. That's it. That's it. That is going to be how I learned React.js. This is the best way of learning web development. The best. If you're doing this, you will become one of the most sought after web developers in the nation. And a highly paid one in that as well. And a highly paid one in that as well. Once you do that, once you're able to make as many pages as possible, you are able to link as many pages as possible, then go further with backend development. Spend 10 to 15 days. Okay, in backend development, you need to spend 15 to 20 days. Okay, learn about Node.js, create some basic things itself, follow a project along. Okay, see some videos on YouTube, just follow them along itself. Spend 1 month on learning backend development at max. Okay, then again come back to MailChimp. Whatever front end that you created in React.js, build the backend for that. Again, this time you are not going to use any course. You are not going to use any video lectures. Only Google, only ChatGPT. Only these 2 things you are going to use to create the backend for the front end that you created. You will spend somewhere around 1.5 months creating the project itself, because this is the very first project that you will be creating and you're not having any kind of guidance or something like that. So you are going to take a lot of time to do it. Okay. Once you complete the backend for that, then go with cloud computing. Take up a particular video lecture from YouTube, learn a little bit about it. Okay, see how things are being made. Do a project from YouTube itself. There are multiple projects that are available. Then again come back to your MailChimp project. Again try to deploy the entire thing on AWS yourself. Again, just Google and ChatGPT should be something that you guys are going to use. Now comes to scalability. That is DevOps. Learn DevOps, do some projects, come back to MailChimp, do it. It will take you, because you are not having any kind of mentorship, you are not having any kind of guidance. So it is going to take you somewhere around 6 months to completely do this one project. And once you are able to complete this one project, just by this one project, I'm guaranteeing you this, that you will be able to land a job of more than 18 lakhs per annum. You can take it in a written guarantee from my end. You take it, you make me sign a document saying that whatever I told you guys right now, if I do it for 6 months, I will be able to land a job of an average placement of 18 lakhs per annum. I'm going to give you in a written guarantee. Written guarantee itself. Companies want these kind of people. They want these kind of people and they are ready to pay immense money for that. The point is, people don't make these type of projects. What they will do, they will go on YouTube, they will find a shitty ass video lecture, they will just copy paste the entire project. Again, they will be like, अच्छा अब तो job लग जाएगा. अरे नहीं लगता भाई ऐसा job. You have to build your own project. You have to build your own project itself. Okay? Which one to choose, the web development or DSA? If you want to get into big IT companies, okay, you want to get into Microsoft, Google, Amazon, these type of companies, you cannot, you have to do both of them. You don't have an option. Nobody is giving you that option. But if you're not from a very good college and you don't want to get into big companies, you just want a job, then go further with full stack development. Okay? Just learning DSA is not sufficient. It is not going to get you any jobs. Just by learning DSA, you don't get jobs. Unless you are from IIT Bombay or something like that. Then you can. Okay. So during off placements, what are the primary considerations or what do companies look for? They try to find people who are able to code. Okay, they know the technologies. They have projects under their belt that basically showcases their skill sets that is needed. Now, if you're planning to go further with companies, big MNC companies, then they should also be able to do problem solving. They should also be able to do good in data structures, algorithms, competitive programming. Okay. How many days should I give for full stack development? If you're going with the training and placement program that we have, then 4 months is more than sufficient because you get the guidance and the particular thing from the mentors itself. If you're not going further with that, then at least 6 to 8 months. At least 6 to 8 months. Do we also have to use MongoDB for backend? Absolutely yes. I'm in first year and a third tier college. I want to do DSA, but placements aren't good. Placements, so should I do GATE and go to IIT, get placed, or go abroad and do masters? Both of the options are extremely shit in India. Masters, even if you are able to do extremely good at it, again, GATE, will be wasting your time. After going into IIT, you will have to do the exact same thing because in IITs, only the top few IITs, top 5 IITs only have good placement in masters. After that, all the IITs as well in masters do not have good placements. Because master's degree में कोई नहीं hire करना चाहता companies. Companies don't prefer to hire from masters. Okay, secondly, abroad तो भाई एकदम कतई मत जाओ. Right now, the kind of situation that is there in USA and Canada, Indians are not getting any kind of jobs. Any kind of jobs Indians are not able to get. I've seen students, I told them not to go. They went to Ireland, they went to UK, they went to Canada, they went to US. Right now they are earning less than a minimum. Like एक बंदा जो जाके सबवे में काम करता है ना वहाँ पे, वो भी ज़्यादा कमा लेता है इन लोग से. And most of them are unplaced because right now in these countries they don't have any placements. Be in India, learn things properly, get a placement. Okay, first learn full stack development, get a good placement at a good package itself. Then start learning data structures and algorithms. Work in the company for 2 years. Then apply for companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon. Just get placed right over there. It's a simple matter. Most of the students who are from third tier college, I usually suggest them this. It is easier for you guys to get into these big companies by following this. I'm an ECE student. What topic should I do except web development to get placed into IT companies? Depends upon which type of college you are from. If you are from like a particular third tier college with not so great placements, then except web development, I won't suggest anything for you to do. I will definitely suggest that is a very bad idea. But yes, you can do data science, you can do data structures and algorithms, but it will not, I cannot guarantee you anything. You can do well, you can fail. I can't guarantee shit out right over there. Okay. Yes, you guys can leave. The particular attendance has already been taken up. How to get internship in Google or Microsoft? Either you get into good colleges. Okay. Either you are from IIT, NIT or colleges that are having good placements itself. So then in that case, that's definitely a yes for you. Otherwise, the second option to get an internship at Google or Microsoft will be you have to be extremely good at data structures and algorithms, like in the top 200, 300 people in India. You have to be that good in data structures and algorithms itself, as well as, or top 1000 as well, you might be able to get placed into Google or Microsoft. And then secondly, you will have to have great projects under your belt. Okay, from BIT Mishra, then focus upon data structures and algorithms. Don't do web development a lot. Focus upon just data structures and algorithms. Practice from Lead Code, Code Chef. Do that very well. You will be able to get a good placement if you are from BIT Mishra. Okay. So without degree, how can I get good placement? High-tech quality skills, C++, DSA, JavaScript. These are not good skill sets. Focus upon just web development. You will be able to get a particular placement for you, because without a degree, there's no value for DSA and C++. You have to do web development right over there. How many days will this bootcamp take? I think so 2 more days should be more than sufficient for us to complete our project. Yesterday I didn't take any attendance. So for how many days should I give for web development? I've already answered that. So I want a roadmap for AI/ML. Start with Python, go further with NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn. Okay, that is data visualization and data exploration. Okay, then go further with a little bit of Excel, a little bit of Power BI and Tableau. Not a lot, just a basic understanding of dashboarding should be more than sufficient for you right now. Then try to understand a bit about like data pre-processing, okay, working with various different kinds of data, whether it be like tabular data, Excel data, CSV data, JSON data, scraping websites and collecting your own data, database, okay, create ETL pipelinings itself. Then go further with a little bit of different types of data that exists. For example, your audio based data, video based data, text based data, number based data, okay, encrypted data itself. Then you go towards your AI, that is your artificial intelligence. So under that you are having somewhere around 18 machine learning algorithms and 6 deep learning algorithms. You should know that in a little bit more depth itself. Then go further with LLMs, okay, go further with GANs, okay, Boltzmann machines. LLMs are basically the foundational knowledge of ChatGPT and so on and so forth. Learn about transformer models, that is also very important. Okay, and at the end, I think so you should top it off with data structures and algorithms. So that would be more than enough. So I want to become an entrepreneur like you. What stream should I join? So I am not that big of an entrepreneur. I'm not good at it. But yeah, if you want to become an entrepreneur, my basic suggestion would be, first, public speaking is something that you need to get. That is something that I am very bad at, and that is needed. That is something that I'm able to understand. Secondly, every entrepreneur right now needs a tech-based company. Okay, there is something related to tech that you will have to make. So it is always, instead of hiring people, it is always better to make it in-house. So I will definitely suggest full stack development. If you're a good full stack developer, you can create your own tools itself. That is a very good skill set to have. Okay. So DSA Python plus basic about Java, then we can get job offer. Not at all. Even if you are from a very good college, you will not be able to get any job offer. Not good, any. Okay. So I'm from BTech electrical branch. Can I get placement in IT company? Yes, absolutely. Yes, there's no point. Companies don't see like what degree you are having. They see what knowledge you are having at the end of the day. Okay, so we'll end the class right over here, guys. We'll meet tomorrow and we'll continue from right over there. Thank you so much, guys. So I have backlogs. How can I get into Google, Amazon placements? I am from government college reputed. How can I get placements? Start doing data structures and algorithms. You are having backlogs, clear them up. You have the option of giving these like separate exams to clear your backlogs. So give them, clear your exams itself. Clear your backlogs and focus on data structures and algorithms. You have to be extremely good. See, getting and seeing a name that I want to get into Amazon, Google, ठीक है, बहुत चूतिया जैसा बात होता है, ठीक है, बहुत चूतिया जैसा बात होता है. इतना easy नहीं होता इन सब companies में घुसना. You have to be very good at data structures and algorithms. You have to be excellent at competitive programming on lead code, code chef, code forces, and it takes time. It is not something that you can do in like आज उठा 3 महीने में हो जाएगा, नहीं. It takes just 3 months to just learn it. Just learn it. You are not even like started doing anything. It takes a year to actually like average at it. And it takes a lot of time to be good at it. It takes a lot of time. It's not that simple. No, you can't. Rahul Raj, no, you can't. What networking DBMS told to do DSA and BIT Mishra? Yeah, networking DBMS के ना गिन चुन के 200 questions हैं. Just memorize all those 200 questions just before going to the interviews. It is more than sufficient. DSA and competitive programming is much more important for you. Okay, my college has placements in TCS, Infosys, third tier college. What should I do to get placed? Start learning full stack development properly. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. We'll meet tomorrow and we'll continue from right over there. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.